Hey y'all. Okay. This reading today is it will be about a teachable moment, alright? And it's about me. I'd rather use me as an example of what I go through magically and spiritually so it can help somebody out, alright? It might not be exactly what you're going through, but it might help out. So I'm going to start when things happening to me that I figure things out. We're going to call these teachable moments. So let me tell you what's been going on, all right? Teachable moments. I've been working on my chakras a little harder, all right, to put me back in balance. Because of that, you got my father and my mom. I've always said that these are the people that raised me. I don't understand why they just don't call, but because they probably know I'm not gonna pick up. But they work extra hard behind the scenes with magic. All right, especially when you're gifted. If you're a person that feels like they're gifted, people will work with your dreams and alternate. You just got to get really, really good at knowing the difference when God sends you a dream or when somebody is playing dark magic and send you a dream, because it's very close. It's very close. But you got to remember the details in it. So for instance, say like somebody that passed away wants to speak to me. They look a certain way. Every one of them look the same. Like for instance, they look, because I don't want to say it because my dad watches the channel to study to see how to attack me, but they all look a certain way. So when somebody comes to me and they look dead at me in this incident, I know they're not dead. This is black magic, okay? And maybe I said that on a recent message before in the past, okay? But this time, I always teach my kids how to look for, in the dream state, little signs, because they have to stamp that it's them. You just got to catch it, okay? So for instance, I'm going to give you an example off of me, okay? For some reason, I keep dreaming about my ex-husband, okay? Now, I know I am through in my mind about my ex-husband. I know for a fact, but he keep coming back. Now, it's to the point my daughter, who's spiritually gifted, she has dreamed about her father as well. And I said, no, Marie. I said, somebody's trying to draw us to come back home, because we made a decision as a family. We're going to move, and we're not going back towards New Orleans, okay? We're not going back to Louisiana. If somebody died, that's the only time we're going to see them. Other than that, we are not going back to Louisiana, okay? And so we're trying to figure this out as a family, where we're going next, okay? We don't even know. But she had a dream about her father, and then I, for the past 3 nights, have dreams about their father. I have not said anything. But then last night, it told on itself because I could not find the stamp mark in there to realize, is it him or is it really my father? Because he does with that black magic crap. Well, last night I did. Thank you, Father. And sometimes they put on your dreams so you could call them and say, hey, Susie, I was thinking, you've been on my mind, you've been in my dreams, are you all right? And they're perfectly fine. They're perfectly fine. Ain't nothing wrong with them. It's to draw you back in, okay? It's to draw you back in. So, I'm going to give you a couple of signs of a warning about your dreams, okay? First of all, drink a lot of water, okay? The number one thing I would tell you to eat, if you need clarification, is a lot of watermelon. Any fruit that gives you water. Fruit has a lot of water, but like coconut or a watermelon has water in it, like juice in it, so you can see it real clear in a dream. All right, another thing I would tell you to do is always look at colors. If your dream does not have colors, then that is not your father. Your father did not make this world a dull place, so your dream should not be. And number one thing about me, I am old school. There's certain things that these spirits do that are real. The ones that are real, not the ones that are sent by demons, okay? You gotta know the difference. And sometimes you gotta go through it like a couple of dreams or a couple of times to get good. It just takes practice. That's why God allows them to do magic to you, because how can you learn from it? Everybody wants to, just stop it, just stop. No, you have to learn from it to understand it, because then when you spoke their truth, then they can't play with you no more. You understand what I'm saying? So, there was one time my ex-cousin, when we was in a club, he knew about that, all right? And then there was another time, where were we? Oh, we were painting on the house. He knew about that. But this one, he was trying to make it real, like intimate. And I know I have not slept with my ex-husband since 2009. You understand what I'm saying? So that was a red flag. And then my ex-husband had a rash on his leg, and it was eating up his leg. I said, boy, why haven't you went to the hospital? You scared of what they're going to tell you? And that's when I just looked at him. He couldn't look me in my spirits look me in my face. When a spirit cannot look you in your face, this is my example, that is a demon. Somebody sent him. Because even Muhammad Ali looked me in my damn face. You couldn't look me in my face? That's a demon. So when I realized that, I sat up, and that's when I woke up. I said, oh, this nigga doing magic again. Now, how can you prevent this? This is where you get crystals, okay? I'm going to teach you how to spiritually protect yourself. This is how you get crystals, all right? I learned this the first time when my children were having bad. We were living with my father and my mother. They made us lose everything. They made us lose our home. They made us lose everything, right? And so we had to go live with them. And that house was just messed up. And this is where I got, because I thought crystals was bad too, and I had to study in the Word. In the Word, they call them stones, all right? We call them crystals. So in Revelations, it talks about jasper, it talks about amber, it talks about, yes, it does. It talks about it, okay? All right? It says it in other words, in other places, okay? But these are the two crystals you need to block that. Lucifer energy is not of them. It's not. Satan don't like when you use crystals. He laughs at it because that's all he thinks it is. But it blocks the negativity. One thing I studied in Louisiana when we were homeless in Louisiana, there is, if you ever can get down there is a museum of doctrines, what happened in the past, okay? It's like $10 when I went to get in. I had to tell my kids I had to get in because it was a museum. It had herbs and it had all kind of natural things to heal people. But one thing it had from room to room wall was crystals. Room, I could not believe that they said, yes, back in the day, crystals, you couldn't even, the reason why the hospitals are so cold is to prefer, it's not to keep down the germs. The reason why the hospital is cold, because back in the day, that's what helped charge the crystals to keep them going. I did not know that. So the reason why your hospital, we do things and we don't even know why we do them. We don't even know why we do them. So the girl was, when I was on the tour, the girl was sitting here saying, that's why the hospital's cold, because the crystals, and they had amethyst, so every crystal you could think all over the place, is to knock the evil spirits that will come upon you to make you sick. And it also gave the doctors a clear, sound mind to make a sound decision. Because back then it, back then they didn't have, well, we could just do a liver transplant, or we could do a heart transplant. It was live or die, okay? So these people had to make life decisions, and they needed everything to be clear and concentrated on the Most High. The doctors was asking for God to come in. I could not believe it. I'm telling you, go down to Louisiana. I forgot what street it is on. It's in the French Quarter. It was $10 to get in. They had crystals everywhere, natural herbs. Anyway, how doctors will weigh certain things, and it was just naturally. But the reason why the hospitals are cold is because it was to charge the crystals. All right, so right now, these are the 2 crystals you need, okay? I'm sorry for jumping. And what I learned is when my dad and mom was attacking us. You need obsidian, and I keep saying the other one wrong. It's called, it looks like the same stuff they put in thermometers, like Himalite. I'm going to put 2 pictures up so you can see that, okay? Those 2 knocks that down so you can get a clairvoyance of what God's trying to tell you. But sometimes I let stuff happen to us because I don't use the devil energy or the Lucifer energy until I understand it. So then I know when I send it back to in reverse, who it needs to go to. Okay? Because sometimes you need to know who it is, all right? And so this is a teachable moment of my life because I woke up and I'm like, why are they trying so hard? So let's see why my father is trying so hard to make me, and my mother, because she's behind it. She just don't say nothing. Come back home because I don't want to come back home. There's nothing. See, when you're on this journey, you're going to realize, after you find out all the hurt and pain or whatever pain you went through with your family, it might not be as crucial as mine. It might not be that deep. You know what I'm saying? But then when you find out from the universe, why do you need to go back home? That is the reason why we lost our intuition. We lost it because what do we have to say? I have to see. That's what Eve did. She had to see. That's the problem. I don't have to see the truth. You tell me what it is until the universe tells me the laws of the universe, or somebody else come tell me different. I don't want to go back and see. Sometimes when I predict things behind the scenes with me and my kids, I say, Lord, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I don't want to see. Not that I don't want to see. I don't want to see it like that for somebody else, no matter how bad they did me wrong. Now, in the beginning of my journey, I was pissed, y'all cursing and saying F them and all like that. I think I had the right to do that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody was trying to literally kill you and your family, I think you have the right to literally be upset. But now I'm to the point okay, that's just you. I don't have to be around you. I don't have to deal with you. And so when you're playing with my child, which is, I teach them spiritually, all right, how to dissect dreams and what to do now. And then you come, because that's 3 nights plus hers. That's 4 dreams of the same person. I don't believe in coincidence. And it's nothing of a coincidence of the dream. Remember back in the day when they said the prophets spoke, it was almost and the visionaries here, it was, oh yeah, I had the same thing. No, we're not having the same dream. That's chaos. We're not having the same dream. We're just having the same topic. It's about your father. We're not having the same dream. We're not. So that's how you got to understand. And it just takes a little bit more practice to know, okay, what to do now. So you get those 2 crystals. All right, you put them near your bed. What I learned last time, we put it around. The first thing we took was obsidian. The other one's in the Bible. It starts with a T. It's a black one. That's the first one I took. I'm gonna put all 3 of them up. There's really 4. And you leave that. You can leave those in your corners of your room. You can leave that in the corner, at your front door or whatever. And that blocks any negativity to come in. It blocks it. It blocks it immediately. And he don't like that because then that can't penetrate or manipulate you to do something else, okay? Because what he's trying to do is make us call or come home and see and get set up and get killed. No, I'm not about to do all that. No, we moving forward. We're going forward. All right? So let's this teachable moment in my life. Let's see what's going on, all right? We're going to see what's going on behind the scenes because I don't understand. Now, I took the people out because I make it about you. So this one's about me. We're about to see, okay? Now, for you, I don't know if this is the same thing. We relate because I keep telling people when you're on a high vibrate, when you're on a spiritual journey, some of the stuff you go through is almost the same. You be like, dang, girl, that's almost the same. And that's how it goes because we're all connected somehow. So let's see. Lord, that's 15 minutes of talking. I'm sorry. All right, the Two of Cups. Michael blew the horn. All right. All right, so here it is. Okay. So they're thinking, all right. So you got, okay, the card that's fell was, the end card is the High Priestess, okay? Not saying that, because a lot of people understand that the High Priestess is only Jesus Christ, okay? Not saying that I am a High Priestess. What I'm saying is I understand the laws, okay? High Priestess understand God's rules on this earth and in the next, all right? The star is here as well. So, then it has two other stars behind it, okay? Now the star can also mean, not in the limelight, but yeah, because this is the Hermit. It's trying to hide. So the reason why my father's doing this is trying to hide my spiritual gifts. He don't want people to know. He don't want people to know. That's why Michael blew the horn. Give me one here. Because I can teach other people. Let me see. How to tap in. Give me one. Yeah, they don't want this. It's a Virgo. That's not there. The 10 of Pentacles. They don't want, and they're trying to do a 10 of Wands. That's 2 10s. On my foundation. Okay, so what they don't want me to do is use my higher self to move around and to understand who I am, all right? And make it seem like I'm a terrible mom because the Empress is here, all right? Or make it seem like, because the Six of Pentacles, that we're beggars or something like that. But really, we're a star, and the High Priestess. Star can mean, it doesn't mean, because I've seen stars that are teachers or just bus drivers, all right? It doesn't mean that you have to be in the main light. But it does mean you play a part on this earth. All right? You're a key person. Okay, there go the 10 of Swords. That's 3 10s. I mean, yeah, 2 10s. Oh, 3. Yeah. Yeah, it's an ending. It doesn't mean you're just, it could be, but it doesn't mean that you're supposed to be in my light. It means that you could literally be teaching somebody behind. There's stars all the time. You just see them on TikTok, like the teachers that teach the kids before they come in the room, I love teachers like that. They knock down whatever the kid's going through at home for that one moment before they walk through the door. You understand what I'm saying? And so she gets noticed on TikTok. That's a star. But behind the scenes, she's just a teacher. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the star doesn't mean bright light. You might be seeing the number 3 a lot. All right. But let's see what this 6 of Pentacles, because they want me to be. Yeah, see, it was mind games. It was mind game because the 8 of Swords is here with the 2 of Swords. They didn't want me to make a sound decision. Because the 6 of Pentacles is somebody giving, but it's also man standing over somebody. That's how he always wanted to be, stand over me. That he gives what he feels like you should give. You understand that? Let me see one on the 6. Ooh, the Tower just hit. The cards fell. See, he lost. Give me one on the 6. Yeah, eight of cups. You gotta walk away, losing everything. Well, to magic, the magic card came out. See, I don't understand. See, they can't. When you get good at this, they can't come in the flesh. It was eating up the ears so bad on my fault. I mean, my spirit keeps showing me that the vision. It's like worms eating inside his legs. And the reason I knew that was my father, maybe spirit, because I jump around, wants me to say how I knew that, because that's how his dad died of diabetes. He kept getting cut up like stuff was eating inside his leg. And it was bad. It was really bad. It was really bad, man. It was really bad. But it's infected because they don't want to go to the doctor or whatever. Or he's infected. Yeah, my dad must be sick or something. It's his health. Let me see one and see the card colors came out. So God allowed this to happen so I can learn from it. Because see, sometimes we get so mad and we blame the devil for everything. God go, no, I just want you. I mean, you are in the gym. I gotta make your muscles hard, your brain muscle hard, your spiritual game hard, so you won't bend. Because that's what he's trying to do. Give you what you think you won't bend. You can't, you don't need to bend. Not for them. You know what I'm saying? So let me see one here. Yeah, 210. 2 more 10s came out. 10 of cups, 10 of wands, and then the 9 of wands. So me standing up towards the spiritual things is bringing ending. The sun is coming out. There's judgment called on the Empress. Let's see here. On the 5 of wands. See, they try, yeah, that 5 of wands, man. Let me see on the 5 of wands. Victory. All right, because I'm tired. The 6 of, that's how I know the 6 of wands. So you have 6 people around you spiritually that's protecting you from this, because it could be the dreams that you get could be a lot worse. They're just letting you get a little front of it so you could wake up and say, look, this is the person that's doing it. All right, so now when you speak it out, it stops. That's the key. You know what, God, I bust out crying. You know what God did? What's that baby name? Justin, is it Bieber? Justin the artist. They said he got on the stage. Y'all ever seen, I can't even, I'm so emotional. Like, I just can feel people, though. I can't be around that baby like that because he's been through so much, man. Just to be standing is a strength. He is so strong, man. But they said that boy got on the stage and started singing a Christian song. And I could not. I just bust out crying from him because I just knew. I just knew. And see, that's the 6 of wands. That's the 6 of wands. When your body is just tired. You can't take no more. But you got 6 people around you holding you up. And that boy, they said, he made the crowd move singing that song. So now let's go on. That's what I see right here. Let's go right here. Yeah, they don't like my intuitive gift and the love that I get. They don't like that. They don't like that when I cry. My dad don't like he's real evil. Let's get one here. I was raised with the devil, okay? I don't care what, no, the devil energy was all in my home. Ace of Pentacles on the star, abundance. People see that you're abundant, all right? For me, and then give me the one on the 10 of wands. Yeah, he's the witch. He's the witch. His health. He's the witch. He's sick. He's the one that's sick. And it becomes because of thievery. Out of him and my mom, it's because of thievery. They stole. And you can't be stealing like that. So new things are coming. Just hold on. For me, I'm just saying. I don't know how it's going. Maybe new ideas. I don't know. It says temperance. So there's an angel that's going to come in and balance it all out. Somehow. Through the universe. Okay? Through the universe. Somehow they're a little stressed out. Because they feel foolish. It didn't work. Like, look. I had to learn. You know what used to get me? I was like, how my two sisters don't see that? How they don't see what they see? Because they weren't supposed to wake up. There's only one of you in the family that's supposed to wake up and heal the bloodline. It ain't say a group. It just say one. Alright. So let me get some Zen cards. Let me pull 3. Yeah, somebody's isolated. He must be. Abundance is coming for me somehow. Sometimes abundance means just to get excited. But, alright. And totalness. My inner voice, right? So that's one thing I could say my dad did not like when I was a kid. When I was seeing dead people or talking to dead. Do you know how that is to be sitting in a corner and you sit there and say, and I'm playing Dolls or Teas by Tea House or by myself, and they say, well, and I'm talking to somebody like complete sentences, and they'll ask me who I'm talking to, and I go, oh, I'm just talking to your auntie, she's here. And his auntie been dead for like 10 years. And I'm a little girl, I was never supposed to meet her. You know what I'm saying? It's a little scary. They don't know how to deal with that. But they use black magic, okay? I don't like it. So, if somebody's isolated, but abundance is in the middle of me. I don't understand. I'm broke. I don't even know how abundant look for me. Like, I don't know. But it is what it is. I hope this helps for somebody. Write questions in the comments if you need a dream, because I can interpret dreams too about what's going on. But this is what they do. This is why I had to take a long break, because of they will play so hard behind the scene, and I had to know the difference. Okay, I might do a reading for y'all, part 2, since the air is clean. I gotta clean the air. All right, love you so much. Bye.